Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
Well, y'all, it looks like ERIKA Jayne's storyline has just gotten even more interesting for the new season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because guess what, y'all? The headline reads, ERIKA Jayne is sued for allegedly embezzling money in her divorce. We're going to get into that. Then we're also going to talk about Porsha Williams and what she had to say about this whole Strippergate situation coming up on the Real Housewives of the Atlanta. So we got to get all up into the get down with all that. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Do all that good stuff. Y'all know, like, share, comment, all that great stuff. Let's go ahead and stage dive into what we got to talk about, because this thing with ERIKA Jayne just hit hot off the presses, okay? I'm going to go ahead and stage dive into it. Let's hear what they got to say. So they're saying that ERIKA and Tom's divorce is allegedly a sham, according to a new lawsuit. Now, she and her husband were sued by Edelson PC, a class action firm, on behalf of a number of Boeing plane crash victims for allegedly embezzling settlement funds meant to help the victims of Lion Air Flight 610 per federal court documents filed on Wednesday, that is today. The suit claimed that Tom and his law firm, Girardi Keese, are on the verge of financial collapse and locked in a downward spiral of mounting debts and dwindling funds. And his need to fund outrageous lifestyles for himself and his soon-to-be ex-wife, ERIKA Jayne, is the reason for her spontaneous divorce filing earlier this year. Now, they're saying that while ERIKA publicly filed for divorce this month on information and belief that divorce is simply a sham attempt to fraudulently protect Tom and ERIKA's money from those that seek to collect on debts owed by Tom and his law firm, GK, the lawsuit alleged. The lawsuit then also claimed that this is not the first time Tom kept funds meant for clients for himself, as he continues to use that money to fund his and ERIKA's lavish lifestyle, okay? Release personal guarantees, pay down loans, route the money to friends and family, and satisfy other outstanding debts. The lawsuit then even cites ERIKA's song, It's Expensive to Be Me, okay? And her self-reported claims that it costs $40,000 a month for her glam as reasons for the need to embezzle the funds, okay? Now, this is interesting stuff right here, boy. This is interesting. The specifics of it is so specific to me. And I have to go back to my theory about when we first heard about this divorce announcement. I felt like in my spirit, something told me she gonna need to protect herself in the event that all of this goes haywire. And maybe he was trying to protect her as well, so that maybe it seemed like divorce was the best way to sort of protect the assets and protect the money. Now I tell y'all, I think I told y'all once before, if you put your money up in insurance, can't nobody touch that stuff, okay? That's what you got to do. That's how these rich people stay rich. They be putting it into these stocks and these REITs and these insurance policies. But we'll have that conversation on another day for those who are interested in that, okay? But back to ERIKA Jayne and this whole situation. Now, see, I would also have to blame ERIKA, because at a certain point in time, I mean, she has definitely bragged about the lifestyle. And of course, it goes along with being on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You know, anytime you spout out that it costs you $40,000 per month to maintain glam for yourself, that's a problem. I mean, even for somebody that's rich, why would you be spending that much on some glam, some makeup that you could slap on for yourself on a day-to-day basis? You know what I'm saying? I understand you got to plan for these looks and stuff like that. I hope Dorit ain't spending $40,000 per month on her looks and her glam, because Dorit be killing it. And I don't want to hear that she been doing all of these types of things either. But back to what I was saying. I mean, so when you got the song talking about It's Expensive to Be Me, you're living this lavish lifestyle, you're talking about how much it costs for glam per month. $40,000 for glam per month. $40,000, that is too much. Let me tell you something. Or $40,000 a month. You need to be, let me tell you, you should own your own fashion label, your own makeup line, because why would you, it just makes no sense to me. It's just gratuitous to me. And I just feel like, you know, I could go on and on about that, but I want to know what you guys think. Is this surprising to you that this is happening right now? Is this a shock? Do you think that we'll actually hear about it on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, given that they are currently filming? Well, they're not filming at the moment, but they are in production for this next coming season. Do you think that once they are able to resume filming, that we'll actually get a chance to hear about this? Because guess what? Just like they were telling Denise Richards, you got to be real, you got to tell your truth, you got to come on here and live your authentic life and talk about what's really happening. ERIKA Jayne, we're going to expect the same thing from you because you really rolled hard against Denise, especially at that reunion. So when this season come out, we're going to want you to talk about it the same way you wanted Denise to talk about it. Keep that same energy, girl. I mean, I hope everything work out. I really do. But ultimately, you know, this is happening. It's in the news. We're going to have to hear about it. Now, I want to move on real quick because I want to talk about Porsha Williams, okay? Porsha Williams. You guys know that she is at the center of this stripper-gate controversy that is going down on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, with the season coming up, there's a lot of excitement that's going on. There's going to be a lot of press. She was featured in People magazine along with her daughter. You know, just a beautiful photo. I would show it to you, but you know how I don't like posting kids on the YouTube channel because I don't know, they ain't my kids. So that's just how I feel about that. But you know, it is what it is. Everybody different, and I respect that. But moving right along, let me get into what Porsha had to say about this alleged three-way and this alleged strippergate scandal that's coming up on the season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is what she had to say when she was doing some press about it, okay? Now, she said this: to me, it was a good time. It was what it was. I don't really understand why it had to turn so negative. Maybe we'll kiki about it at the reunion. I'm still ready to have fun, okay? Kandi was asked about it. Kandi said that nobody freaked out about the male entertainer. She said, I won't say anything about the noises that was apparently happening during the nighttime hours. She said, I'm not getting into that one. But Cynthia Bailey was quoted as saying it was the best party she ever had in her life. So to me, I feel like this whole strippergate situation is much ado about nothing. And the only person I feel like that's really hurting here in this situation is probably Tanya Sam, because you know she in a relationship and whatnot, and so she can't be seen or heard doing nothing, you know, crazy in the nighttime hours or in the early morning hours with nobody else outside of her man, unless they got an open relationship, for which she has never told us that was the case. Now, with Porsha being the single woman that she is, I don't understand why nobody have an issue with her doing whatever she got to do with whomever else and or with the stripper. Because at the end of the day, it is her prerogative to do exactly what she wants to do. And it was a bachelorette party and they was on vacation, and everybody knows what happens on vacation stays on vacation, and she could do what she want to do because she grown. And I don't understand why anybody would try to make a storyline out of this, because otherwise it just feels like you shaming this woman for doing something that she feel like she want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get the whole hubbub about the whole situation. I get that it sounded scandalous at the time, and it's more so scandalous for Tanya Sam. But for Porsha Williams, who was a single lady, to me, I feel like, Porsha, do your thing, have your fun, do what you want to do. Let me know how y'all feel about this situation down in the comment section below. I'm excited to see it because, you know, I mean, I want to see what happened at the bachelorette party. You know, I do want to see that. I want to see them get down with the get down. But ultimately, I feel like this situation is going to be a non-starter, and I feel like it's a moot point because ultimately, this lady can do whatever she wants to do because she's single, sexy, and free, okay? Now, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.